Well, there's a lot of exciting things that are happening in the ad tech space. One is the whole viewability, which is something that we adopted a couple of years ago with our own internal product solution. I'm glad to see that the industry is adopting that because I think that sometimes we have, as an industry, we have a tendency to try to solve for the most complex problems and kind of forego the fundamental issues, and I think viewability is one of those fundamental issues. So that's one. The whole OCR kind of online ratings. I mean, I think that's specifically interesting to us because we're such a heavy video consumption based site. And obviously with NBC News and NBC video is a big part of what we do. So those are two things. Certainly, the move towards optimization and RTB and programmatic buying, and we're hearing from clients, and the challenge there, of course, is how do we take our traditional, if you can call it traditional, sales model of who we are, which are kind of premium sales, and kind of map that and integrate programmatic buying into that and programmatic selling into that. I think that those are kind of the big challenges, but it's exciting. I think viewability is important, not only for the premium side, but also for the RTB space as well, because unless an ad can be seen, it doesn't really matter if it's done in a high-impact rich media or with general remnant inventory. It still needs to be seen, and that's what's going to make it at least part of it effective. So we think that's important. I think from a premium standpoint, having viewability as part of that really allows us to create richer solutions and have conversation with our customers and really talk to them about the differentiation between sites like ours, which we are implementing those kinds of solutions and differentiating between just general blind volume buys. The Olympics, like the elections, typically for a news site, brings a lot of some predictable inventory, but also a lot of spikes, which makes it difficult for yield optimization, for inventory projection. And so that is a place where solutions like RTB and programmatic selling and buying really does make a difference, because there's no way we can predict the spikes in inventory that we have and be able to monetize it all just on a proactive sale basis, right? So technology and RTB and all those solutions really helps us maximize revenue, especially in the news space. Some of the challenges that we see in terms of trying to meld the programmatic buying with premium ad sales efforts is really around a couple things. One is focus. We only have so many human resources and attention and monetization effort that we could put out into the marketplace. And so it's really about focus and can we get an account executive to understand and really articulate the premium value and the custom solutions that our client wants. At the same time, they all want reach and distribution and bigger audience. Can we bring the RTB and the programmatic selling and buying into that equation, in a manner that doesn't confuse the value proposition, and overall makes it easy to buy, easy to sell, and that's a big challenge. It's a challenge from a talent standpoint because you need to have people who can adapt to both types of sales opportunities and talk intelligently about it. And it's also a resource from a back-end operational support and those kinds of things. Mobile obviously is where the consumers are, and we see that from a news usage and device usage and whatnot. But we're not really thinking about it as necessarily just mobile. We're really thinking about it in terms of device agnostic. I mean, that's kind of a buzzword, but really trying to, from a product standpoint, create not only content, but UI that's translatable to, mobile phones, iPad, tablets, desktop, and even smart TVs. So we've done some experimentation with Samsung on some of their smart TVs and whatnot. So it's really about being on all those platforms in a meaningful way. Again, trying to do that in a scalable way so that we're not creating one-off experiences for each of those platforms. One of the changes that we've seen over the past year with programmatic buying is, we've had a good year, 2 years of understanding how RTB is impacting our kind of volume and the ROI that's associated with that, and that's a good thing. What we want to do is now take it to the next level, which is kind of the private marketplace part of it, where we start talking to our strategic advertisers directly about how to take this tool and capability and bring them more meaningful solutions, again, in a more of a direct relationship way, so that we're not just opening it up to everyone, and that we can control and monetize and optimize accordingly.